Hey there, Moonlighters. It's Colin the Werewolf here with another episode of A Werewolf in Australia. Now, before I get into this week's episode, I've just got to say thank you so much for all the feedback on last week's video. If you missed it, I did an unboxing of a mystery gift I found at the witches' markets. Here we go. It's deep. What the fuck? You guys seem to really enjoy that, so I'll be heading back to the witches' markets to find something else weird to unbox next month. But before then, we have Halloween. As you can see, I'm super excited about this, guys. It's an extra special one because it marks 1 year since I started this channel and 2 years since all of this started, I guess. So this month, I've decided to cover some of the most important lessons I've learned in the last 2 years, as well as answer some of your biggest questions. And I thought, what better place to start than one of the questions in the comments from last week's video. I used to be a vegetarian before I turned. I'm doing my best to avoid eating anyone, but I'm feeling tired and hungry all the time. How do you do it? I get questions like Moonman02s all the time. In fact, ethical eating for werewolves is probably one of the most common questions I get. Now, before I do go on, I should point out that ethical means different things to different werewolves. For some, like me, it means finding a diet as free from meat and animal products as possible. And for others, it can be as simple as just not wanting to eat other people. And honestly, that's pretty good too. But whatever your position is, you are going to be tested. Your transformation is going to do dark, terrible things to your body, but worse to your soul. Say you're a vegetarian before. Is it even possible now? Your boy doesn't just crave meat, craves people too. Maybe it'd just be easier to give in and let the hunger wash over you. But that kind of thinking isn't going to help anyone. So instead, I thought I'd share some of the tips from my own journey as a vegetarian werewolf. Let's get into it. I thought a vegetarian werewolf diet would be easy. After all, it's just avoiding eating meat and people. And I used to not eat meat and people all the time. And then I started getting sick. Now I just thought as part of the deal, I'd literally just turn into a wolf. Of course that's gonna feel weird. And then one day, I found myself throwing up in the gutter after eating a Mars bar. And as I lay there looking at the remnants of something that had needed to help me work, rest, or play, I had a terrible thought. Do I have the stomach of a dog? I mean, it makes sense, right? We're halfway between a human and a wolf. And chocolate makes us sick. I had so many questions. Like, what other foods are out there waiting to kill me? Is it possible for a dog to even eat like a vegetarian? Am I gonna have to eat like one of them? I tried doing some research, but I couldn't find anything. In fact, it's half the reason I started this channel. Nobody knows anything about werewolves, especially what they eat. Except for people. So who could I turn to? Doctors and nutritionists seem to be mostly for humans, and Google's failed me. I wasn't very keen on doing more tests of my own. And then it finally occurred to me, what I needed was a vet. Hey Lise, it's Cole. I'm on that side. Okay, bye. Look. So you, I can't go in there because animals hate werewolves as well. So you better hope your family and friends stick around because your pets won't.
Hey, sorry, do you mind if I eat lunch? It's crazy busy inside. I think this is the only break I'll get.
Yeah.
It's chicken.
It's fine. Why would free range? It's good.
You get a bit weird sometimes.
I don't get weird.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay,
it's fine.
Okay, if you mind, just put it down. Okay.
I can still smell it.
You literally just said it was fine.
It is fine. That's what I'm saying. Don't make it weird.
Oh my god, I'm not making it weird.
You're making it weird. You're doing the whole thing.
Okay, it's closed. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, this is Lisa, and she's one of the best people I know. She's funny, she's generous, and she's smart. But most importantly, she didn't turn away the hungry werewolf who came knocking at her clinic door 18 months ago.
No, I definitely told you to get the out.
Don't swear on my... Can you say it in a different way? Most importantly, she didn't turn away the hungry werewolf who came knocking at her clinic 18 months ago.
Please, sir, will you leave my property?
Yeah. And to be fair, those animals were going crazy.
They were going crazy.
They were going crazy.
No, that's true. I still feel really bad about it though, and you look so scared. And then I felt even worse when I came out to apologise and I found you in your car crying. Cole.
I wasn't crying. I had so it doesn't even...
Anyway, you look much better.
Thank you, yeah.
Yeah, and I know sick dogs and you were one sick dog.
No, thank you. Your advice actually helped a lot. And so I thought maybe we could share some of that with my audience.
Yeah, of course. Before we get started on that, I do just need to say that as a vet, I'm only qualified to give advice on dog diets. Anything I could say about a werewolf diet would be speculation at best. So I can tell you what's good for dogs, and your audience can do with that information as they please.
Perfect. All right, great. Well, look, let's start with, if you had to give advice about what to feed your dog, where would you start with that?
I'd start with meat.
Come on.
Look, I know you hate that answer, but it's true. Meat is really good for dogs.
Okay, fair. But what if they wanted to be vegetarian?
I don't think they should be.
Good. Speaking of don'ts, let's talk about what we shouldn't be eating.
Okay, well, chocky, obviously. Dogs are actually lactose intolerant, so dairy is a no-no.
Don't go near that one.
No, remember that time?
Yeah, that's a different...
Don't eat dairy.
So...
okay, onions and garlic is also pretty bad. Yeah. Avocados are out. No smashed avo for brunch, sure. And tomatoes also aren't great.
Okay, but all other fruits and vegetables, perfect. And there's a lot left on the table when you think about the list that was ruled out.
I definitely check with your vet before trying anything new, but you know, there's a lot of options. You've got your beans, your corn, your apples, your oranges.
So there you go. It is possible if you want to be a vegetarian.
Cole, we've gone through this. Okay, dogs and humans have different intestines. Dogs rely on being able to break down nutrients from things that are easy to digest.
Right.
Things like meat.
They can eat fruits and vegetables.
Look, you can live on a vegetarian diet, but should you? I mean, Cole, seriously, right now, part of your diet is locking yourself in chains so you avoid eating people and adding them to your pyramid. Look, the world's just chucked this big weight on you, and no one to blame you if you had to take some of the load off. You know, I think you're just fighting a battle you can't win. Look, I know werewolves exist outside of known science, but biology is often just pure, raw pragmatism. If you are craving meat, it's not because you're evil or cursed. It's because your body needs it.
Shit. I thought when I did that interview that I was making something really useful for you guys. And instead, I just ended up feeling more lost. I didn't know what I was going to do. Until I found... this. Okay, so you remember those witches markets I mentioned? Turns out they don't just sell spooky boxes, they also sell meats, which is fantastic news. I know, I've just banged on and on about ethical eating and how hard my life is and cry me a river, but hear me out. These markets sell all kinds of meats from all kinds of dimensions, including some where the creatures there are made out of 100% pure evil. Ooh, they're intent on consuming everything and everyone from every universe. Now, with this knowledge that these creatures out there exist, it stands to reason that everything we can do in our power to stop these creatures is actually good and ethical behavior, including turning them into a meal. So you know what they say, when one door closes, another leading to a multiverse opens. So let's get into it. A couple of those slimy buggers in there. All right. Now, I know what you're thinking, but it's fine, all right? 67 minutes in a pot of boiling water, and that lingering evil will go right away. So, like most vegan meals, it smells a little bit funky, but it actually tastes amazing. The brand I have here is Madam Midnight's Hellbeast Delights, which I find has a nice smoky flavour. Alright, now you're going to be able to find that at most witches markets or on the dark web. I think it pairs really nicely with just a simple white rice, some beans, and your favourite stir-fry sauce. Anyway, that's it for this week's video. I hope you did find some of my hints helpful, and as usual, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure that you subscribe and share to your friends. Until next week, I'm going to enjoy some of this delicious Hellbeast stir-fry. See you next week, guys. Bon appetit. That's good.